Okay, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, at Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well. Shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect, and your Akim pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth with all truth and sincerity, making your calling and election short, man. Shalom, shalom. And a brother made a lesson, going into the laser beams of the chariots, right? Footage of a UFO that zapped U.S. nuke in 1964 resurfaces. And I was trying to find it. This is the brother Ra'a Amath Ba. This is a beautiful lesson. You brothers can tune in right here. And I just wanted to go ahead, because this brought up another point that I was thinking while I was watching the video. I couldn't find the video itself, and nonetheless, the brother's the one that, brought it out. So, the water out by Shemashah for, having this footage here. To let you know, man, that these nuclear missiles, they're going to do what the Most High has commanded them to do. These nuclear missiles are not on Esau, Edom's time. They're not on Russia's time. They're on nobody's time but the Lord's. And they're going to land at their direct targets. Watch, I'm going to play this video, and you're going to see why Joel, the 3rd chapter, when it goes into, they shall not thrust one another, which I'm going to get, is going to come to pass. Because these things are going to be guided, by the Lord. Okay? These things, these ICBMs, Salaki. But I'm going to play it out.
September 1964. An Atlas intercontinental ballistic missile was launched from Vandenberg Air Force Base, California, carrying an experimental enemy radar-defeating system and dummy nuclear warhead. A disc-shaped UFO approached it. As the saucer chased and then circled the warhead, 4 bright flashes of light emanated from the unknown craft, whereupon the warhead began to tumble, eventually falling into the ocean hundreds of miles short of its intended target downrange. The incident involving a UFO and a U.S. nuclear missile has been revealed by several former military officers who claim to have witnessed the event on film.
Okay, that's pretty much it. Let me just get straight to the precept. Also, like Joel, the 2nd chapter. This is the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 1. Blow ye the trumpets in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spreads upon the mountains. A great people and a strong. There had not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Okay, and this great people is going into what? The ICBM missiles, and it's going to go into explain what these, what they're going to do. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yet and nothing shall escape them. And we made a lesson going into this, the Garden of Eden before them. You still have these beautiful, national forests, these national parks that, have beautiful scenery. But that's all going to be cooked up by these ICBM missiles. Verse 4, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses and of horsemen, so shall they run. Okay, and horses are likened unto power. And when you hear a group of horses run, a horse dead, right, it sounds like the rumbling of a bomb, reaching towards you. Verse 5, like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of a fire that devour the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Behold their face, the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. You're gonna be, if you're here in Babylon the Great, you're not in a chariot when these nuclear missiles land, man. Done for. 7, then shall they, Salaki means forgive me. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one on his ways. And they shall not break their ranks. You see? Esau, Edom thinks he has all these different, how would he say it? Defense systems that are going to stop these ICBM missiles from landing, not realizing that the Most High is going to dismantle, that system. and he's going to guide these ICBM missiles to land at their direct target. And verse 9, they shall run to and fro in the Salaki. Verse 8, it says, or Salaki, back at verse 7, it says, and they shall not break their ranks, meaning they're going to hit their target, man. They're not going to go off, fucking defense, defense system's going to go off and, break one or shoot one up in the sky. No. Verse 8, neither shall one thrust another. They're not going to be hitting each other. When all these ICBM missiles get sent here to Babylon the Great, they're all going to touch their target. And you may ask why. Well, look at the chariot. That chariot was what? Guiding that missile to not, land. Broke it down and threw it away. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. You see? Esau, Edom, your defense systems are going to fail when it comes to these ICBM missiles being shot. Okay, and they're going to land. They're going to touch their target. They're going to touch here America, Babylon the Great. Verse 9, they shall run to and from the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. And this is talking about that blast, right? The blast of the ICBM missile going all throughout, the houses, when you watch them military videos of them, detonating an ICBM missile, or not an ICBM, it'll be like a Moab, right? Like a not an ICBM, but a hydrogen bomb. They'll let it off, and you see how the whole house, the inside just blows out. Everything gets touched, right? It says what? And they shall enter in at the windows like a thief. Verse 10, the earth shall quake before them. This I know it's not talking about some regular men. First of all, just reading this, 1 and 2, fire, not breaking the ranks, they're going to land. They're not going to thrust one another. When you're going to tell word thrust, let's go into it. Just a regular definition. Thrust. Look at this. Thrust is a reaction force described quantitatively by Newton's third law. When a system expels or accelerates mass in one direction, the accelerated mass will cause a force of equal magnitude at opposite directions to be applied to that system. The force applied on a surface in a direction perpendicular or normal to the surface is also called thrust. Thrust to push, shove. Okay, they're not gonna touch one another. Okay, and then it goes into what they shall fall upon the sword, and they shall not be wounded. Going into these defense systems, right? They shall run to and fro in the city, right? Going to the wall like a thief. And what's gonna happen when they do? When these people, quote unquote, do. Verse 10: the earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw with their shining. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? You see? If the Most High said these things are going to touch Babylon the Great, these ICBM missiles are going to touch Babylon the Great, guess what? They're going to do it. Right? This is why when you read the book of Romans, the 3rd chapter, it says we shall be justified in our sayings. When we tell you that the mark of the beast is the RFID hit, right now, you people don't believe, or you can say it's this and the third. When when the RFID hit gets implemented, we're going to be justified in our sayings. When World War III begins and these nukes get shut off, we're going to be justified in our sayings. You're going to be remembering us. You're going to think of the prophets. That's why when you read the book of Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter and the 33rd verse, it says, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. Then you're going to know that what we're teaching was a correct way of teaching these scriptures, man. Starting, with the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone, on down into its affiliates, man. And I don't even want to use that word affiliate no more, only because of that, what's happening. For brothers that follow the exact doctrine of Great Millstone, same spirit of Great Millstone, same orders of Great Millstone, okay? There. Because we sincerely believe that those are the true men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man, through faith, okay? Can't prove it, no, we believe through faith. But, there's certain things that, substantiate us saying things like that, man. Perfect example, the breakdowns. You got all these other camps when it comes to teaching the scriptures that are having all these different wayward doctrines, man, weird doctrines. And believe it or not, this, your doctrine it's also a part of what's gonna give you that salvation, man. What the Lord, because the scriptures say, every idle word a man shall speak shall give account of in that day. And if you're teaching the wrong thing, well, then you got blood on your hands. Ezekiel the 3rd chapter. And what happens if you have blood on your hands? The Most High is gonna require it of you as well. So if you're teaching someone the wrong thing, and you're causing them to get blood on their hands, well, he's gonna require that your hand as well. It says, let me get this precept. So yeah, you see, and it says, the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word, man. The Most High is what's, when you read the book of Romans 3rd chapter again, it says, thou shalt be justified in thy sayings. It says, let every man be a liar, but the Most High true. Okay. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Who can abide it? This is going into the end. Let's also get this precept, man. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter, 55? Yeah. 55 and verse, I'm going to get straight to the point. Verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Okay? Everything the Most High said is going to come to pass, man. And this is why, I brought out this, that video that the brother had put up. I couldn't find it. That's why I had to, go on the brother's page, beautiful brother, man. That lesson was Yipah, which Yipah means good in the Hebrew. Yeah, man, and that just goes to show how the Most High is really in control of everything. Esau, Edom thought he was going to press that button, launch them nukes, and it was going to be it at that moment. Nope, you got to wait. Esau, Edom came back, man, I'm just trying to get this shit over with. Send the nukes out. Nope, on the Lord's time, not on yours. Okay? And I just wanted to make this quick lesson, man. I don't want to make it too long. Just wanted to touch up on that. Just to show brothers, man, that the Most High is really in control of everything that's getting ready to happen, including, Jacob's trouble. Let me get this before I close out. I was going to get this, but when you read the book of 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, it's just going into, the ICBM missiles and them landing on the other side of the world. You can also read the book of Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, if I'm not mistaken, but let me get this book of Proverbs. And let me also get this. This is the book of Matthew, 21 and verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. And the kings today would be the presidents, the higher elite, the 1%, the ones that are really calling the shots, right? The higher ups. And the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. You see, we think, what we're going to do is, what we're going to do, and next thing you know, something else changes. The kings, the presidents, just like that video, they launched that ICBM missile. And what happened? The Most High, nope, stopped it, because it's not yet. He thought it was going to, he thought he was going to send the nuke, and it was going to land, and that was going to be game over. Nope. Proverbs 20:24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? And also, when you read the book of, is it Proverbs or Job? Job 33. When thou sleepest, Job, when thou sealeth instruction. Job 33, This is the book of Job, chapter 33 and verse 15. In a dream, and this is in the MSG. Okay, different version. You see, we're not scared of going to different versions. It doesn't matter. Okay. In a dream, for instance, a vision at night when men and women are asleep or are deep sleep, fast upon, or Salakia. In a dream, for instance, a vision at night when men and women are deep in sleep, fast asleep in their beds, God opens their ears and impresses them with the warnings to turn them back from something bad. They're planning. Okay. for some miraculous choice and keep them from an early grave from the river of no return. And let's get in the KJV. You see, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, when he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth the instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man, he keepeth back his soul from the pit, and his life from perishing by the sword. You see, the Most High is going to control, everything you do. So if you're gonna go, and Jake has a lot of testimonies on stuff like that, right? If I was just there one bit earlier, that could have been me in that car accident. That could have been me doing this. But nonetheless, the Most High is in control of everything, including when Esau Edom presses that button. Ezekiel chapter 36 for the ICBMs. And yes, they're gonna land wherever they're gonna land, man. They're not gonna. Esau Edom defense system isn't gonna work. Also, like it's not. What the hell? Ezekiel 37. There you go. So like it. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse. I'm gonna just get straight to the point. Ezekiel 38 and 10. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 10. Thus saith the Lord power, it shall come to pass, it shall also come to pass, that at that same time shall things come into thy mind. And this is talking about the king or the ruler of Magog, or Gog and Magog, which would be the Russians. And thou shalt think an evil thought, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, talking about America, Babylon the Great. I will go to them that are at rest, right? For when thou shalt say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, it shall fall upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. You're going to be chilling, taking your charagma, after, Jacob's troubles all through, that are at rest, and that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil, and to take a prey, and to turn thy hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land. You see that evil thought is going to be Esau Edom, which is to like the Russians of the Edomites. They're going to press that button to release them ICBM missiles. And Esau Edom, your defense systems are going to fail. And you already seen how these chariots, the Lord's chariots, right? They're going to be taken care of. The ICBM missiles are going to make them land wherever they need to be landed. Okay, you're not in control of anything, and the Most High is in control of everything. So with that, man, I don't know what the this lesson was edifying. I want to close out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash.